Welcome to Mixed Feelings over Mixed Drinks. Every good conversation has its key ingredient.
Just like every cocktail does.
Sometimes spicy, sometimes sweet.
And a little bit of the unexpected.
Always. So every now and then, Julie and I are going to be getting together, mixing it up, having some conversation. Cheers to the weekend, Julie.
I'll drink to that.
Salam and hello everyone, and welcome to Mixed Feelings over Mixed Drinks with my dear friend Julie.
How
welcome,
are you?
Welcome. So good to see you. I don't know why I'm talking double, but welcome. It's so fun to have you.
Thank you.
So this will be a time every month where we get together, we catch up, have a drink as we're known to do. This actually happens in real life, not just for the camera.
It does. It does.
We are real friends.
We are indeed.
Right?
For
Am I
many
also
years.
your friend or are you just my friend?
No. For many years we have been friends, Lily.
Yes. And do you feel it's an
We
equal
are.
partnership,
We
equal
are.
friendship? Okay.
It's come along.
It has. Okay, see, she's adding the caveat because let me explain to the people. We met actually through church.
Yes, we did.
We met through church, and I feel like there was a little bit of a mutual attraction. Like,
yeah, because I walked in.
She seems amazing. I want to connect with her.
Yeah, I walked in one morning, and then you were preaching. You were there,
That's
and I
right.
just thought I need to meet her. We will have a lot in common. And then we did. It took about maybe 6-9 months later,
Yeah,
but
we
you know,
did. We did. So you saw me preaching, but then once I figured out you were a psychologist, I was like, oh, can you see me? Can I be your client?
Yeah, that was the disappointing part.
Yeah. Why was it disappointing?
Because I think I knew that we would be good friends.
Yes.
We could be.
Yeah.
We could be. So that was now changing what I had imagined this would become.
True.
And then thinking, okay, well, we'll see.
Because you can't be too buddy-buddy with your client.
No.
So let me tell, so then the story is that after I said, can you see me? I need a therapist. You were like, yes, sure.
Yeah.
You took me on. This is pre-pandemic. So I started seeing you in person in your office.
You did.
Which was wonderful. Therapy was fantastic. Am I right in remembering that the pandemic hit, we continued and then our sessions went virtual?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, we even started virtual before.
We did, okay. So
Because,
we started virtual.
Yeah. No, we started face in person, then we moved to virtual.
Before pandemic. Okay. So during one of our virtual sessions, I was folding laundry, I remember. I was like, oh, it's time to hang out with Julie. Let me get my laundry. Let me get my tea. And I was on camera folding. I thought it was perfectly acceptable. But you posed a question, you're like,
no. What's happening? What's going on? This is like a coffee morning.
You're like, usually people don't bring laundry to therapy. I was like, but it's you. You're my friend. And she's like, I'm your therapist.
I'm your therapist.
Yeah.
So then we had to part ways.
We had to break up, therapist and client.
Yes.
But then we became girlfriends.
We did. We had our first meeting. Do you remember? Our first friend hangout.
What was our first friend hangout?
ABC place. We went for pizza. We went for like a lunch, but for lunch.
Did we drink also? No. We just kept
lunch,
it. We weren't sure how, if you were like a get down kind of girl.
Yeah. And you were asking me questions like, okay, so tell me about you. And like,
you're like, now I'm putting you in the therapy chair. I was like, how do you feel, Julie? How does that make you feel that I'm here?
Yeah, it changed the dynamic, but I think we got there.
That's good. And then we started hanging out more and more.
We did.
We're friends. We break it down on the dance floor.
Yeah, we do.
We hang out. We share parenting advice.
Yes, we do.
Our kids know each other.
Our kids knew each other.
Knew each other. Actually, that's right.
Before.
We became friends. I don't remember how that happened, but our daughters were friends.
Yeah. I don't know how we found that out.
The club, there was a song. Let's keep that on the down low. But anyway, somehow, I don't know how they connected us to each other. Because I remember Selah sent me a selfie with Imogene and a bunch of other people.
There was a picture that one of them had posted, and then they realized that they knew the person.
And they saw the person there, and they're like, that's my mom's friend's daughter.
Yeah.
So it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. And actually, this is better because we can keep an eye on them and we can hang out.
There's something about it that's just more natural.
It really is. Well, you were the perfect person to come on today. And you've also come on the show so many times.
Yes,
Thank you for that. This is your reward.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at this. On the show. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So today, our first little drink is actually a bit of an unintentional shout out to where I grew up in the South of America. Not South America, but the southern part of the U.S. is what I meant to say. So this was very popular. I remember seeing this at a lot of people's homes, but also this drink, which is called a mint julep, but also seeing it on like every TV show. And every movie that I was based in the South had this drink. So I actually am not 100% sure it originated from there, but I associate it with the southern part of the U.S. but the ingredients are universal.
Okay.
So it's called a mint julep.
Okay.
So we're obviously going to make some mint. This is from my garden. Would you like to smell some? Yes.
I'm learning many things.
Welcome to Selam and Hello Mixed Drinks and Mixed Plants. So we're going to put some mint. It's a very simple recipe. Mint. Then we have some sugar water here. 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Okay. Boiled, cooled. Simple syrup.
Syrup, yeah.
That's what it's called. What do I call it? Sugar water? Some backwoods country calling thing like that. Simple
syrup. Use brown sugar?
I just used whatever sugar we have here in Kenya. It came out brown though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Is it supposed to be brown?
I've got no idea.
Okay.
Because syrup is usually quite clear, isn't it?
It is usually quite clear. But in my house, it's brown. It's brown like me, Julie. Okay. Brown is beautiful. So we have that, and then we have some whiskey.
Okay.
Are you a whiskey drinker?
I'm not.
I am not either. But so I was surprised to find out that mint juleps actually require whiskey or bourbon, which is the same thing also. Did you know that? I did not know that. So I did not know whiskey and bourbon are the same, which makes sense because again, I think, let me know if I'm wrong, people, that maybe bourbon was invented in the U.S., maybe the southern part of the U.S.
I just remember bourbon being mentioned in movies.
Right.
Those old.
Exactly. And like Tennessee whiskey, right? Is a southern, there's a whole song. Have you heard that song, Tennessee Whiskey?
No.
I won't sing it, but it's beautiful.
But you have a lovely voice.
Tennessee whiskey.
You see?
I am so something strawberry wine. You see? Anyway, it's a catchy tune, all about whiskey. And then you kind of muddle those things together. And then you top it with some ice. And then I always like to cut things with a bit of sparkling water or tonic or something, right?
How many
Little
shots?
Fizz. Let's just make it up. Okay. Let's just see how we go. And then I'm going to also try and make something that's non-alcoholic for our friends out there who enjoy something fruity and fun, but don't want the booze.
I'm just curious what this smells like.
Yeah, smell it. It's going to smell like medicine.
Wow. That smells really good.
Does it? What does it remind you of?
Being out, maybe about 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another episode. Okay, out and about whiskey. This is Julie's brand. Nice. Coming soon.
Generous.
Okay. That is very generous. That's expensive too.
Lord. Oh, it smells it.
So true. At this age, you cannot afford to drink cheap booze. No, so this is what I tell my husband and my friends. I cannot drink cheap booze. Do not bring me cheap booze.
You need to be able to wake up the following morning fresh.
It's nice. It smells so pleasant. Wow. Just transports you like somewhere.
In a coffee, that would be lovely.
Wouldn't it though?
Yeah, in Irish coffee.
Hot toddy with Julie. I've never had a mint julep that's just the drink. It's always like the ice in there.
I just want to taste it.
Right? Okay, you like to shut up and start shaking. Okay, so here's the shake. Wow, that's a lot of whiskey. Let's add a little more sugar. Let's add a little more mint. That's a lot of whiskey. How much you put in there again? You put 2?
I put 2.
Oh, don't put 2. 2 is too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Okay, this is the episode is just starting. This is too much. We can do that at the end. Okay, so I added more mint. I added more sugar. I'm gonna add some stony juice. I think it needs stony because that's too strong. That you were gonna cure cancer with that drink. You test again. Hold on. Let me not put my lips on it.
Better?
That's nice. No, I'm doing a non-alcoholic version so people can see. So I would, if I was making this at home and I didn't want the whiskey, I would do the Tangawizi, I would do the mint, and then I would add orange. I think the citrus is really nice. Citrus cuts things, you know? Yeah. So I would add citrus to this, but I don't have citrus today. So in the meantime, cheers. That's to you, to our health.
That's yummy.
It's nice, right?
That's refreshing.
I feel so proud of myself. Can't tell me nothing. The mint is nice, isn't it?
That is very refreshing. Tasty.
So
and
good,
not too sweet.
Not too sweet, even though I did add more sugar. It's because you had so much whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what did it.
But it tastes nice with the ginger. Not that I knew it without the ginger, but it tastes nice.
I topped it with stony, right? And I think the other thing you can add is always more ice. You can always add sparkling water, something not sweet if you want to fix that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to clean this up and we're just going to keep it going. Keep it flowing. But we're going to clean this up, so we'll be right back. So cheers, Julie. So glad you're here for our mixed feelings over mixed drinks. Oh, wow. You're going right to the drink.
It's nice.
You're like, so it's like, let me just drink. We'll talk about the feelings.
But you're supposed to drink after you say cheers. You do.
You're right.
You meant to.
Yes, you are. Supposed to. That was good. Woo. On the break, I added a little whiskey. So it hit me.
But it tastes nice.
Very nice. And I feel like whiskey has medicinal purposes. So I feel like it's just like taking ibuprofen or something, paracetamol in a drink.
Sort of overdosing.
Ooh, let's hope not. Okay, so how have you been? What's going on?
I've been well. I've been busy with family, with work, with just life. And it's just been nice being back in Nairobi. I was away over the summer. Yeah, I was away over the summer for a couple of months. And it's nice to be back. Yeah,
Nairobi is the best place to come home to because I was taking my kids to the US where it's so hot and so humid. And then you come back to Nairobi and it's like city of cool waters, isn't it? Yeah, you just feel that coolness, just a relief. I can't help but notice as I'm looking at you your tattoo. I don't see this tattoo as much. How many tattoos do you have?
I have two.
I remember the other one on the back.
I've seen the one on the back.
Because I knew you pre-tattoo. And you got that one and you're like, it was so painful.
Yeah, that one was a huge...
What is that one again?
It's a Maasai warrior, a woman. Yeah.
What was the inspiration there?
Having survived COVID. Because I think 2020, well, no, I think it was a crazy time of life. So
it's tough.
In 2021, I thought, you know what? This needs to be marked in a way that is monumental. So I had this huge tattoo put on my back.
It's huge. We'll have to show that another episode. Keep doing this. But
but this is just the family.
Oh, is that their name?
Yeah, it's just the names. Just the
names. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Do your kid? Yeah.
So it starts with Wilson, Imogen, Jeremiah, then Joel.
So sweet. That's kind of what my tattoo is too.
Yeah.
It's a baby tattoo compared to yours, but it's me and Ben, Solomon, Selah, Saron.
But you don't have names.
I don't have names. Listen, this is all I can handle. This is all I can handle with these little dots, and I about died. So that whole sentence, no.
And they started from here with Joel. So
you had to finish? That's how they got you. That's how they got you. Because if it was just Wilson, we would understand. Be like, oh, that's her boo. That's cute.
Yeah.
But you had to go all the way.
They started that way in.
They know what they're doing.
It's a pain, but after a while, it's numbing.
I did not feel numb. I felt
after a while.
But
those are so tiny.
Exactly. Okay, you do you. You know what I'm saying?
Threshold for pain.
Very low. Very low. Why? Why would I introduce more pain into my life? True. I stub my toe. True. I hit my head on a daily basis. There's just no need for all that. But are you going to get more?
No.
You're done.
That's it.
Because I do think I'll get more.
I tell a lie. My daughter wants me to have, because we're both born within Gemini.
Yeah.
So she wants something done on our legs, on our ankles. So I'm still deciding.
What would the Gemini symbol be?
It's just not the symbol. It depends.
Something.
Yeah. I said if I'm going to put Gemini, I'm going to write it out.
Yeah, don't write Gemini.
I know. I'd write Gemini.
No, don't write Gemini. Let's do something clever. Do it in like Kiswahili or an Amharic or something. Don't just write Gemini.
Why?
That's like writing your name. You already got your name on your body.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I'll help you. We'll workshop that one.
Yeah, we will.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Because I did this one with Selah on her 18th birthday. And then, of course, all my other kids are like, are we doing that for our 18th birthday too? I was like,
you're going to be
I'm going to tat it up. I'm going to be like a prison guy. I don't know. Like, remember that show Prison Break?
The whole sleeve.
Prison Break. The whole thing is going to be Prison Break on my body.
No.
But thankfully, two of my four also do not have a high threshold for pain. And so they're like, don't worry, we don't want one.
Do they have tattoos?
Selah has several. We'll have to have her on sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imogen's got several as well.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have them on together.
Yeah, she's got many stuff on her arms, on her thigh.
I'm not sure. It seems to be picking up with this generation. I don't know. I feel like when I was a teenager, when I was 20-ish or 19-ish, my freshman year of college, so I was 18, 19, my friend group went to get tattoos. We all went together. There were 3 of us.
Yeah.
The other 2 went first. And then they got to me. I was like, I'm good. I don't need a tattoo. And I walked out without a tattoo. And the other 2 friends did. And they were so mad at me because they were like, we came in as a trio. We were walking out as a duet because you backed out. I was like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But I remember it being big then. And then I feel like tattoos died. And then now it's back. Or did it never die?
I don't think it died. I remember when I was younger, having piercings. It was more piercings than tattoos.
Yes. They also went for piercings. I also did not get it.
I got piercings.
You did?
I did, but
This is a family show. Can you say where you got it?
Yeah, no, it was on my belly.
Belly button.
Belly button
Yeah,
piercing.
that was the thing. That was definitely the thing.
Yeah, but then I let it just... In fact, a friend of mine uses me as an example of what not to do, because I had the piercing, it never healed. Oof. And then eventually it just tore. The skin just tore. So it actually fell off.
That can happen?
Yeah. My body just completely rejected it.
That were your ancestors.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Githiri, Goko, everybody come here.
Take it out. It just fell to the ground. I thought, but the balls are on both ends. And then I realized my skin had torn. It had torn.
Oh my gosh. I have a similar but not as traumatic story. So I got my nose pierced after I had my firstborn. See, this is 21 years ago, 20 years ago. Why are you laughing?
We're remembering our war stories.
I know. I don't know how we took a turn towards this, but I had Selah. I think she was not even a year old. And I decided, I was like, I want my nose pierced. I think at that point I was so young. I can't even
imagine you with your piercing in your nose.
I have done it more than once. So I got it done then. And I think I was feeling like I'm only 20, however old I am, 5, 6 at the time. And I was like, how am I like a mom with a whole kid? I'm still young.
And I'm going to prove it.
I'm going to prove it. I'm going to get my nose pierced today. So I got my nose pierced. I'll never forget this. We went to the grocery store. Painful. And I was definitely painful. I was like, like this. I was like walking so stiff. Mind you, it's in the nose. It has nothing to do with my neck. But I could turn my neck. And we passed somebody we knew. It was me, Ben, and Selah in the grocery store. And I like this, and we passed somebody we knew, and she's like, "Hey, Lily," I was like, "Hi," and then she looked at me weird, and I looked at her weird, and I was just like, "Okay, whatever." She passed on. So I went to bed that night. Julie, I woke up in the morning. The nose ring was gone.
Of course,
it's gone. Yeah. My ancestors came in the night and were like, "Absolutely not.
We're gonna take that off."
Yeah, take that out. So then, a year ago, I was like, you know what? It's time for another nose ring, and the time to do it is now. And I was 45 or 46 at the time. I went back, got my nose pierced. What happened promptly within about a week? Fell out again.
You see?
Yeah. So it's just rejected. Our bodies rejected it.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I think there's a small window in which it's to be done.
It's a small window, which is cute.
And for certain people to do it, the others leave it alone.
Yeah. And that was us with
but
the piercings.
I'd like to have one here.
No.
And I wanted to have one here.
No. It's not. Thank God that thing fell out because that.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
You would never have another client. No. They would be like, I cannot.
What happened?
Trust you. What is up with your decision?
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
All these sort of scars coming. So no, I've decided.
And no shade on people who do it. There's people who do it looks good, but I always find myself distracted. Like if you had it here, I'd just be looking like this the whole time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to concentrate on your face.
Yeah, it'd be too much.
Yeah. And then what do you do when you get like your makeup done? Do they do a little something on the
I've got no idea.
Piercing? Add a little glitter?
Yeah, my daughter has both sides pierced. And she's got all of this tragus and whatever. And
so can I ask you, how did you feel about that?
Completely okay.
It's your body, your decision.
Absolutely.
You're free of all the ancestral African guilt.
I have none.
That's the sign that you're a therapist.
Because that's her way of expressing herself.
Right.
Although the schools here struggled with it.
Yeah,
because what's this? And she had that one that comes across. I don't know what it's called.
So her pain threshold is high.
Yeah, but so we just kept them in. We said it's got nothing to do with her education. Let's just keep it. We're okay with it as her parents.
Has she regretted any of them?
No. Some of them she's taken out, but in her own time.
See, that's the thing about tattoos. You cannot take them out.
Yeah. So when you're making that decision, you have to have thought it through.
You have to be committed.
You have to be committed.
Well, I tell you, and that's the least fun part of parenting is not being able to control your children anymore. Because when they're in your house and they're small, as I was telling my producing team, iko sawa. All is good. You can fix everything with a lollipop.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah. You know where they are at all times.
Yeah.
And you're the queen of their world.
Yeah.
And then something happens.
And you send them to bed at an early time.
But now and they stay there.
Yeah. Now
it's what were we thinking?
They grow.
Yeah.
And we have no more
it's terrible.
Control over the decisions that they're going to make. Sometimes bad ones.
It's not fun. Yeah. Well, that took a turn. We went from the fun of tattoos to the parenting young adults.
Parenting young adults.
It is an extreme sport. I think it's an extreme sport. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing prepares you for it.
Nothing at all. And it's a beautiful thing to watch them grow into the people they want to be and the people you hope they will be in terms of character.
Yeah.
But it is humbling.
Yeah.
I find myself humbled.
The other day I was having a conversation with my youngest and as you know, he's started his pilot lessons.
We are all praying for him.
God. So we were sat there listening to him, and he was telling us that he's learning how to land a plane if a fire's on the wing or whatever that thing is.
Wow, yeah, the wing.
Yeah, the wing, but that.
Oh, the propeller.
That one. So how you land and so we were sort of sat there like, okay, yeah, you have to do this and you do something else to make sure that it lands safely, even if it's in a field. And then he's doing his cross country, which means that he'll be flying for, I think, 2 hours or so in one direction.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, that sounds okay. But it's the worst thing because you can get lost.
That is the worst thing. That is literally the worst thing that could happen to a pilot.
I thought, lost in the sky.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. You need to shut this down.
So we sort of had the moment after you'd gone there. Had you thought about the fact that he could get lost up there? It's not like getting lost in Kilimani. It's not like getting lost.
And then what do you do? Does he have a trick for that? You look for the horizon or something? I don't know.
I don't even want to know.
Wow.
So Matt Wilson was just saying, well, I just don't think about those things. I just don't think about it. I thought, yeah, same. I just
don't think about it.
I'm trying to forget that he used the word lost in the skies of Nairobi.
Oh, it's a perfect metaphor for parenting, actually. A perfect metaphor. You train, you're on the ground. And then at some point they take off. And go with God, children. Go with God. Because I'm out of it now. I'm not even in the little tower thing. I'm just like a dot.
Not even radio access.
No radio access. Cut. So all you parents out there having fun with your little toddlers, it's going to end. It's going to end. And you're going to be on the ground and they're in the air. So yeah, that's how it's going to go. Cheers to us on the ground. Cheers to us. Well, I'm glad at least people got to see how we met.
Yes.
Pre-mint julep.
Yep.
Our little story of how we became friends. Yep. You've come on the show many times.
Mm-hmm.
Gave wonderful
and it's been
advice.
a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to do that. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to have you. You've always dropped wisdom, and we always hear from people after that. I had somebody text me. Actually, what happened is somebody asked me for a favor. Okay. And I said, sure, I'll do that for you. And they were like, actually, you know what? I should be doing stuff for you because I just listened to that episode you put out with Julie, and now I owe you some favors. I was like, isn't that such a nice compliment? They really took what you said and put it in practice. But I'm looking forward to doing this every month. We'll kind of explore what's going on with our families, ourselves, the world. Yeah. Maybe, break down some episodes that we might have listened to that month and get an insider scoop. Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to this conversation, this time with you.
Well, thank you for having me on and inviting me.
Thank you for, we talked about who we might want to have, and everyone's like, can you get Julie? I was like, I can get Julie.
Will we have the...
Every time. Okay. You can have a mixed drink every time. Maybe not whiskey next time. I might go with something a little lighter. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling now like my lungs have had a moment. So I think we will do something lighter next time, but
it's very tasty.
We're gonna have a little drink, we're gonna have a little feeling, and we're gonna have fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, Lily.
Love you. Join us next time. Mixed feelings, mixed drinks, and Julie. That's what it is.